Hello everyone, I am Roderick and I'm going to do my best to try to explain mass increase during special relativity to you. So normally we think of mass as an intrinsic property. We usually say that mass depends on the number of particles within an object, and this is true. You cannot change the mass of an object without removing particles from said object. Therefore, the velocity of an object cannot influence the intrinsic mass that something holds, the number of particles that are contained in that object. What we will consider is the relativistic mass of an object, and that is the mass that you have when you start to acquire speeds of that are comparable to the speed of light. Einstein proposed a theory that energy and mass are almost equivalent in the sense that energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared, where the speed of light is constant, and that sort of makes mass directly proportional to energy. Now, at rest, this equation still applies, and as you start to go to, can I just pause it? Just kind of, yeah.
Just stand there for a second before you start talking. Or if you just want to walk in and start talking, that's cool. Yeah, sure.
As the speed of an object increases, it takes more and more force and energy to further accelerate that object, because in a sense, the universe is resisting the motion of that object. The reason this doesn't happen with light is because light is massless, and therefore, and since it's also, you have the duality of light as both a wave and a particle, the speed of light is almost instantaneous, and so it doesn't have this resistance to motion that regular objects will. Now, as for a regular object, when you increase the speed further and further and closer to the speed of light, that motion is resisted more and more, and therefore it takes more and more energy. And as the energy of the object increases, the mass, the relativistic mass, must therefore also increase, since energy and mass are directly proportional and the speed of light is constant. Now, the intrinsic mass of the object isn't changing, but the relative mass of an observer, the relative mass of the object from an observer seems to change as you approach speeds closer and closer to that of the speed of light. So what's happening is, because you're approaching this speed, this ultimate speed, it takes more and more energy to propel you to that point, and your mass starts to get infinitely larger, and therefore it would require an infinitely larger force to get you to the speed of light. This is why Einstein's theory, or this is what confirms that Einstein's theory says that the speed of light is the max speed that an object that has mass can go, because light is massless and achieves this speed. Therefore, something with mass is limited by that quantity of speed. And due to the E equal mc squared relation, speed of light being a constant, the relativistic mass of the object must also increase as its energy increases. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Roger, for that amazing explanation of mass increase. That equation is it's a modern marvel.